Oh shit, my webcam's not where it should be. Hello, non-existent users, because no one is here yet. Welcome. It's Double Dip Daily, day 3. I know I'm a little late, and for that I apologize. I've not been feeling well for the past few days. But yeah. Hey, botnet boys. What is poppin'? How do you like today's title, everybody? Is it good? Am I keeping the tradition of good gamer titles? Also, just a reminder, not necessarily a useful reminder, but a reminder nonetheless. I will remind you in a moment. I will remind you about the reminder in just a second. Just kidding. So, I'm gonna start putting up all of my notes for speedrunning on this website. On this page for my website, rather. So that's like cheat codes, like puzzle solutions, all that kind of stuff. So, in case that interests you, there it is. I need to take my hormones. Hello, Verloreen Seal. Are you my new friend? How do you like my new glasses? They're great. Walking around outside and being able to read, like, that's incredible. I used to have to be, like, within arm's reach to read, like, small print, you know? So, like, for example, reading maps from any distance other than, like, literally right in front of it is just impossible for me. Or at least it was. So. But no longer? Okay. Alright.
Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing.
Cool.
Boing, 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 boing.
God bless. Hello, Abu10. Welcome, welcome. Are you my new friend? Where am I going? Did I get that orb? I'm not sure. Might have. Considering it's still on. So yeah, I'm gonna blog. This is day 3, so I'm gonna do 4 on Saturday and 5 on Sunday. And that's gonna be the way that's gonna go. I'm gonna try to get back into a really consistent schedule and upload more stuff. I really just like, every time I get into like a mental block phase, I just kind of like sit here and just like speedrun Doom all day every day. So like I speedran Doom and for like 3 days straight and came up with like 30 or 40 new speedruns, mostly for Flashback to Hell and Ancient Aliens. So I'm gonna be uploading a lot of Doom stuff. I just have so much to fucking put up. So I just recorded a bunch of shit. So that's gonna be the prime thing. Hey, Rose Maverick Hunters.
Hi!
I've already speedran Resident Evil 2. That was a nice proxy. Holy shit. That was a beautiful proxy. Too bad like the rest of the stage was shit. But wow, that was a beautiful proxy. I've speedrun Resident Evil. I've speedrun Resident Evil 2. I've speedrun Resident Evil 3. I've speedrun Resident Evil 4. I used to have the world record for Resident Evil 4. I've also speedrun Resident Evil 5, which I've also had the world record in at one point, a long time ago, in like 2014. So I haven't played that game much since then, but Resident Evil 4 I had the record in 2016. So Resident Evil 6, I've done speedruns of the Leon campaign. And Resident Evil 7, I was actually the very first person ever to publish the speedrun of that game. So, fun fact. At least that I know of. Like, there could have been, like, say, a no-name YouTuber or, like, a long play thing, you know, like, that kind of shit, but that doesn't count. And I posted a speedrun, like, the day it came out, Resident Evil 7, and then, like, I never really played it since. So, like, my time is, like, one of the worst on the leaderboard, because I just did, like, 1 run, and then I was like, yeah. Well, I mean, I did, like, 4 runs, I think, but Resident Evil 7 is kind of a chore. A lot of Resident Evil games are a chore. Really, all of them except 4 and 5 get really boring at times. Hello, Icky. You just missed the blog, dude. How do you feel about the new title? By the way, reminder that today is day 1 of my ketogenic diet. I'm looking forward to it. I made myself some salad dressing. I've never made salad dressing before. You know, I just like buy it because why make salad dressing? But I made my own salad dressing today, and it's actually really fucking delicious. And if you haven't read it in my Discord yet, I'll tell you the ingredients. It's got spicy hot mustard, oil, and pickle juice. It's got pickle juice in it. That's my secret ingredient. I don't know if anyone's ever made salad dressing with pickle juice. I'm not sure. I had never seen it before. But that's my secret ingredient. I put that in there instead of vinegar. And then a bunch of spices and shit. Like black pepper, crushed red pepper, various leaves, and so forth. Hey, Saturn. And it tastes really good. So I'm going to be eating a lot of salads over the next few days. I didn't measure it or anything. I kind of just threw it all and eyeballed it. To my knowledge, I think the oil is supposed to outweigh everything else. That's what I thought, so that's how I made it. So it was like maybe a 2-to-1 oil to pickle juice ratio. But yeah, it tastes really good. No croutons, can't do it. I'm pretty sure they're not ketogenic. I would be shocked if croutons don't have carbs in them. I'm pretty sure they're just breadcrumbs, right? Like, yeah, there's no way that's... No way? My salads are gonna be lettuce, spinach, cabbage, all that kind of crap, and hard-boiled eggs and chicken. That's gonna be my salad material. And tomatoes. I got tomatoes. Tomatoes you gotta watch out for, so only in minimal amounts, but can't pass up tomatoes. And I also got onions. Onions are gonna be good as long as, you know, you don't eat the whole onion, which is like a genuine thing for me. I don't know if y'all know my relationship with onions. Some of the newer viewers might not be familiar with my relationship with onions. But I can eat an entire onion like it's an apple, and I have done so on probably 10 occasions throughout my life. And only half of them were live streamed. So like I did it at first as a meme because I was like, I love onions, like this isn't gonna be hard. And then before like after that I just started eating onions, like just casually. So I do have experience eating a lot of onions. So I'm gonna have to curtail myself on that one. Like that part of the song? Yeah, I've done it at SRX. Oh, whoops. I forgot this has got this skip. The fastest speedrun I've done on an onion has been 1 minute and 6 seconds. The world record is 43 seconds, for reference. By last time I checked, Furious Pete, who is a professional food eater. So, I think getting relatively close to that is not bad. Also, this is fucking... This is a... Jeez, this is a disaster. I've met a lot of people that speak Spanish, but I don't know much Spanish. I took Spanish in high school and then like dropped out, so I never learned anything. If I do learn another language though, I would consider Spanish. The two languages I would ever learn if I do learn another language, which I probably will, would be Spanish or Mandarin. And Spanish seems a lot easier. That seems like a lot less work. So I'd probably end up learning Spanish, but I'm only 23 and I plan on... I've got like a list of things I want to do by the time I'm 30, and learning Spanish or Mandarin, either one. But learning another language is on the list of things I want to do by the time I'm 30. So I got time yet, but I do actively intend to. I'm only interested in the languages that are going to be most useful. I don't want to learn a language as like a meme. I want to learn a language so that I can speak to people that speak Spanish only. Or like Mandarin, because that, like Mandarin opens up a lot of possibilities, but it's also a lot more work. So that's why I'm more skeptical of it. Whereas like Spanish, I could probably learn in like 2 or 3 years, like basic communication skills. And being able to speak to people in Spanish would be extraordinarily useful for literally everything I want to do. And then I also get to dunk on people for only knowing one language. So like really learning more languages is just the best thing. But yeah, I don't really have the money or the tools or the resilience or patience to learn a language right now, so it's just in the future. I'm working on developing those tools first. More stability in my life is going to be needed before I do such an undertaking. But I will eventually learn Spanish. If you're still watching me in like 6 years from now, hopefully I'll know Spanish. Literally, I've done no research at all into learning another language. I'm more interested in history and science as far as reading things. I think those are more useful for Spanish. Can you? When I say useful, like, my overarching goal is to just be as much of an effective communicator as I possibly can in regards to communicating my ideas. And right now I think history and science are more relevant. Yeesh. Pretty terrible skips today. I would consider learning Japanese as well, but that would be like a second step. Second order. Like, if I successfully can learn one of the others I mentioned, then I would learn Japanese after that. But that's only after that. I would only learn Japanese for video games. And video games to me right now are the second most important thing. First being politics and communication. So that's my order of operations here. So if my opinion changes, like say like 6 years from now, I hate all that stuff and I just want to play video games all day, then I'd probably just learn Japanese. But as it stands right now, I don't give a shit about Russian. I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck. Russians can go fuck themselves. Just a reminder that after the Soviets won in World War II, they actually ran out of vodka because the entire country was celebrating so much that they just drank almost all of the vodka in the entire country, and there was a vodka drought for a little bit after that. Little fun fact there. Saturn, you gotta watch Creed. Like literally and actually and factually and all those meme words. Creed is so good. Creed is literally Rocky but made in like, you know, I think it came out in 2017. The first one, and then the second one came out just recently, like late 2018, I think. But they're really fucking good. They're just, God, you gotta watch them. Like while you're in the Rocky mood, that's why I'm stressing it, because you watched Rocky, so you're in the zone. You know what I mean? Like being in the zone it's gonna make them so much better. God, they're so good. Shit like Creed literally makes me cry. It's just so fucking good. I want to do that for the whole run one of these days. Just like bounce my head along. I think that's Creed 2 is when that happens. But Saturn, like, oh god, they're so good. They're literally so good. I can't describe them. Without spoiling it, you know, like I can't describe it in any other fashion than just, quote, so good. Like, sorry. I hope your head falls off! No! By the way, I'm shockingly sober right now. I haven't like, I had a little bit, like, when I was going grocery shopping, but just for reference, I am extraordinarily sober right now, and I know that for the last, like, indefinite amount of time, while I've been streaming, I haven't been, so that might excuse why I'm talking so much. Or might explain, rather, why I'm talking so much. But yeah. I'm planning on getting high after the stream. Or maybe like I'll do it on the second run. Yeah, Icky, like I said before, like, I mean, politics and communication, they're hand in hand. But I just want us a better world. You know? Like so. I feel like I know more than most, like, at least most Americans I'm more informed on. So, I want to be able to be as good as possible at effective communication. So I can spread my ideas. I can propagate my memes in the scientific sense of the term. Just a reminder that meme is a term coined by Richard Dawkins, which is just literally the linguistic equivalent of a gene. So I want to propagate my memes in the literal scientific sense. God, the Rocky 4 sound, they're all so good, but 4 really is good. 4 has that Cold War vibe that's kind of cringe to it, you know, but like, you just have to understand it's a blockbuster popcorn flick, you know, so it's just whatever. But the whole Cold War thing is just it's a little cringe, but what are you gonna do? Can't win them all. But yeah, as far as weed goes, I haven't had like an indica in like fucking 2 months. So I had one last night for the first time in a while. And like, holy fuck. Or was that? I think it was the night before. Whenever I had it. Whenever it happened. I don't remember. Whenever that happened. Goddamn. Like three hits and I was literally dead. Like I passed out. It's done. It's finished. I resigned. So good. One problem that I'm encountering with my weed addiction is another thing I've been studying is lucid dreaming. And I've been trying to lucid dream, but if you didn't know this, like, weed makes it really hard to lucid dream. Or really hard to dream in general. So, lucid dreaming is like, I don't know. Something I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out a balance for it. Lucid dreaming, I can give you my understanding of it. The gist for it is essentially you just want to understand when you're dreaming. So like, that's the gist. So the more you read about dreams and the more you understand them on a physiological level, the better you like your ability to lucid dream is, and the more vivid and the more control you can have. And one of the greatest and most efficient ways of learning how to, you know, like flex that muscle is literally just writing your dreams in the morning. Like, wake up and you have a book and you write them down instantly as soon as possible and make a habit out of it. That'll convince your that'll basically convince your body to like hold on to those memories more, because the more you try to recall it's the basic skill is just dream recall. And so the more you have the skill of dream recall, the more it's easy to just know when you're dreaming and be able to recognize dreams. Because if you write them down and just like read them over, like say every other night, like just write down cliff notes, you know, like lots of blue, or like just literally anything, or like I saw red, like as simple as that. And the more you just kind of do that and look over them, the more vivid they're going to become in memory. And just the more vivid they are in the memory, the easier it is to lucid dream, because you just will recognize them in the moment. And that's the gist. So? one reason I do want to exercise lucid dreaming is okay, so this might seem very, very cringe, but one of the only reasons I used to try to lucid dream. I lucid dreamed a few times, lucid dreamt, when I was like a teenager, but I never really kind of mastered it. You know, it only happened like 2, maybe 3 times. And then I just kind of gave up. But one of the main reasons I want to lucid dream is just so I can have more time to experiment with things. Because if you can get to the point where you're fully conscious while you're sleeping, it's really useful for like having an additional 4 or 5 hours a night of like vivid thinking about things and being able to like experiment with them in real time in a dreamlike environment. Obviously it's not going to be physically 100% accurate, but you can make it very close because like things like gravity and like space travel and like how physics work, you just have such an innate understanding of them that you can generate very, very, very similar environments in dreams just because you have such an innate understanding. So like stuff like that just sounds super interesting. Alright, let's see if I do it this time. Are you serious? Quick V-hop. There you go. Yeah, I mean like literally anything you can do, Vicky, as long as it's literally in your mind, you can do it, and it's just great. So like you can literally practice a speedrun, like no joke. Oh, that was the wrong fence. Whoops. Like for example, if you just have such an innate understanding of how the game works, you could literally just like come up with stuff you'd never... Because the thing with when you're dreaming is the dreams are mostly taking place in the most creative section of your brain. So like not only do you have more potential time to like think and experiment, but also your thoughts and experiments will be inherently more productive just because like that center of the brain is in complete control. So it's really cool. I'd recommend looking into it. But yeah, lucid dreaming is really effective for doing that kind of stuff. Because like all you have to do is just like think about like, oh, if I just had extra 5 hours a day for a thought exercise, and that thought exercise was more focused and more productive than otherwise would be. Just think about that. On a conceptual level. What do you want me to say? I'm a super... Like, you read the title. I'm a hyper genius. You've read the title. I think, at least. Maybe you've read the title. I'm a hyper genius. I don't know what you want from me. Split? No. It's a completely, well, not a completely made up number, but it's an inside joke. I don't know if you remember when Private Cinnamon Bun had a meltdown one time in my chat room and was like, I literally have a 164 IQ to defend his dumbass point. So that's the joke. Is that I have 1 IQ point higher than him? I have no idea what my IQ is. Never tested it. Never had that privilege. Never had rich parents that would offer me free IQ tests when I was young. I'll find the screenshot if you want, Icky. Remind me after this run, I'll look for it. I got it somewhere. It's so good. It's literally so good. Double dips are there. Not the good kinds. You don't have to DM me. Like, just literally say in the chat room, post the pic, like, as soon as I'm done this run, and I'll do it. I mean, I'll probably remember at this point. That was only like a precautionary if I don't remember. But at this point, like, you know, I'll probably remember. Because we just spent so much fucking time talking about it. So much fucking time talking about a stupid fucking idiot on the internet. I don't know how that water works. This is my first non-PB, by the way. I don't know how it feels. See, the analysis here with Private Cinnamon Bun is that he has no self-esteem. This is my problem with him, and why he's like such a sad case. Because other than all these crucial facts, he's not that bad of a guy. You know what I mean? But like, he just literally has no self-esteem, no self-respect, and no ability of like to, you know, think about himself. Like, he couldn't define introspection in any sort of realistic fashion. Talking about a stupid idiot who I'm going to make fun of in a little second here. So that's his problem. So, like, when he says shit like, I've got a 164 IQ, therefore I'm better than you, like, it's just, like, so fucking funny. Because in reality, he's just a stupid, mindless piece of garbage. And it's just fucking hilarious. And then also, like, as a tertiary reminder, that IQ means nothing. As far as having an intellectual debate, IQ doesn't mean anything. But yeah, it's a funny meme.
Boing, 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 boing.
I'll stop now. Also, hello, Agahaga, a gigaherger. Welcome to the stream. Jesus, that was interesting. really hope not. Oh, national state. I really hope so, if that's the case. I'm a national stationalist. I love the PlayStation. I believe in PlayStation supremacy. There it is. Hello, Celine? Did you see my blog?
I made my own salad dressing.
All right.
Boing, boing.
Alright, so run number 2 is coming up soon. But how did it turn out? It was great. It was unironically great. I can give you just a reblog. It's oil, pickle juice instead of vinegar, spicy mustard, and a bunch of spices. And it tastes fucking phenomenal. I actually forgot. I gotta have it somewhere. I know Vio has it. So if I fail to find it, we'll consult Vio. Let me just look at Vio's Twitter. I don't know how many pictures this guy posts. I don't know. I'll find it. If I don't find it in like 2 minutes, I'll give up. Actually, you can... Media. Oh, I can't do that without an account? Epic. Alright, I give up. Ask Vio, send him a DM. I'll do it. I'll show you later. I can't spend that much time caring about that guy. I'm sorry. Oh no, I feel fine. Like, okay, so as far as diarrhea is concerned, I've got a naturally really fucked up gastrointestinal tract. Jeez. I had surgery when I was 14. I've mentioned this before. This is the aforementioned surgery that the health insurance company refused to pay for afterward, which caused my mom to go bankrupt and for me to be impoverished for literally until today. So, shout outs to Blue Cross. But yeah, I had a surgery that had to, like, basically my intestines are really fucked up, so I need to eat a lot of fiber as it is. And I try to, but, you know, I don't have enough money to be a good nutritionalist. But I'm gonna try to get into that now. But as far as diarrhea is concerned, like, it's good for me. Like, I don't find an issue with that at all. I was nice and safe and comfy in my lower middle class life. You know when people say, like, things like, you know, there's 40,000 people that die every year because of lack of health insurance? And stuff like, you know, I forget what the statistic is on this one, but, like, a shockingly large amount of people go into debt for medical bankruptcy. Yeah, I'm one of those people, so that's why I care about it so much. Literally destroyed my entire life. The main reason I dropped out of high school was because of my medical issues. So. And then also not having any money. It's pretty epic. Is that even? Yeah, so like my mom wasn't necessarily financially, you know, she didn't save that much money because it's, you know, it's like, why? I'm not making that much money. I'm only like being able to save like $40 a week as it is. So like it's just like she didn't have savings. And yeah, she didn't have enough power to do anything about it. And I remember the night that happened too. Because my recovery from that surgery wasn't too bad. You know, they didn't cut me open or anything. It was like they went in from the back, you know? Maybe that's why I turned out the way I did. But, you know, it wasn't too uncomfortable of a recovery, but it was still relatively uncomfortable. And I remember that happened, like, within the week, you know, it was pretty bad. You don't want to be sad now? Oops. Yeah, like when I see people go like, oh yeah, our healthcare is fine. Like, that shit, like that shit literally, like, you deserve. If you genuinely think people deserve to go through like medical bankruptcy, then I literally wish cancer on you. Like, genuinely, 100%. If that's your opinion, I hope you get cancer, and I hope you don't die. I hope you suffer, and then barely make it out alive. That's what I hope. I hate these people. So yeah, when I say things like I haven't gotten new glasses since I was 14, like I said that in my new glasses vlog, literally that's just because we lost our, like, insurance and we lost all of our money. So at that point, I just literally couldn't get new glasses. I could have probably over the past 2 or 3 years, but I just didn't. But yeah. Like, I haven't been to a dentist. I've never been to a dentist since I was like 9. I don't even remember what a dentist's office like looks like. Never. That's why my teeth are fucked up as well. I was gonna get braces, but then all this happened, so now I just have shitty teeth for life. So that's pretty cool. And the thing is, like, with my eyes, is like, who knows the uncountable, unquantifiable amount of damage that not having an accurate prescription did? Because, like, as my body was growing from, like, age 14 to, like, still, like, your eyes are still developing. So, like, theoretically, if I would have gotten good glasses continually throughout my teenage years, my eyes probably wouldn't be as bad as they are right now. Like, as it stands, without glasses, like, I can't even see the game. Like, I see the red guy, because, you know, it's kind of hard to miss, but I can't make out any details. I can't read how many stars I have. I have no idea. Literally no clue. I can't read that. I can read it, like, literally elbows reach. So I'm just, like, genuinely, like, curious how much better my eyes theoretically could have been if that didn't happen. Literally, anyone that says we shouldn't have healthcare reform, not even healthcare reform, Medicare for all is the only option. So when I see people like Kamala Harris go on stage and talk about, like, it literally makes me want to punch her in the fucking face. Because she just is such a rich scumbag, cuntbag motherfucker and doesn't understand jack fucking shit about what actual people have to go through. Because, like, this is stuff that literally will affect me my whole life. Like, my eyes not, like, developing properly because of not having glasses at a certain point, that's, like, it's not gonna be fixed. You know what I mean? Like, years of, like, malnourishment from, like, not eating properly and stuff, like, that's gonna be really hard to undo. Not to mention the mental illness toll, which is, like, immeasurable. Like, hypothetically, I could not have, like, hypothetically, genetically speaking, I'm predisposed to anxiety. But, like, you know, hypothetically, I wouldn't have tried to kill myself, like, a dozen times if I had just not gone through that situation. So, yeah, when people like Kamala Harris or any of those other fuckers, like, ooh, we need logical. Let's do Medicare at 55. Bitch, I'm not waiting until 55. And again, throw that at another perspective. Like, hypothetically, imagine, like, if Bernie won in 2016. And we could have had, theoretically, Medicare for all system by now. I could have had, like, everything. I could literally have everything taken care of. But just literally because of fucking, like, big business and stupid-ass fucking anti-democracy, like, laws and regulations. Me and then other, like, literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are also just continually and I have it pretty decent. Like, all things considered, I'm not in a too terrible situation right now. So it's like there's so many people that have it significantly worse than me. And I can't even begin to fathom how they managed to cope through it. I have no idea what Blue Cross program is. Again, anyone that says that we don't need Medicare for all immediately, like, like, every single day that goes by is such a burden. One thing that nobody talks about is just the amounts of stress and anxiety and degradation of brain capacity. Like, for example, there is a study where they took farmers that only were seasonal farmers. I forget where this was. They took seasonal farmers, and basically the way that they lived is they would have a lot of money throughout the crop season, and then they would, like, go on rations to, like, you know, make sure that they could keep their money and carry it through the off season. And they measured the IQs of these people over time, and it turns out that when they just had less money coming in, Their IQ was 13 points lower, literally from just having less money. Like, they even knew that they would have money during the next season. So it's not like, you know, they were hopeless, necessarily. It's just the sheer fact that they had to count and budget and do all that stuff caused a 13-point drop in IQ. Which is an incredible amount, considering everything. So when you factor that in, and factor in how, like, you know, just living a decade impoverished, like, literally, especially developing, like, children that grow up being impoverished, that's just uncurable mental illness. It's permanently scarring these people for the rest of their lives, just because, like, you want to buy, like, another 3 yachts, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I've got no patience for people that don't agree with healthcare. Literally none. Because, like, when you say things like, we don't need healthcare reform, literally you're actually advocating 40,000 people every year in America die every year from preventable things that they could have had help with just because they didn't have health insurance. 40,000 people. So when you say that shit, it's literally saying, like, lol, 40,000 people are dead, lol, haha, that's epic. That's so epic. I'm gonna buy 3 Xboxes now, haha, 40,000 people are dead, woo! Like, go fuck yourself. Economic genocide? Yeah, again, like I was saying, like, I'm so much better off, because, like, I've always lived in the Northeast, and, like, there's just a higher minimums up here than there would be in, say, like, fucking Oklahoma, or something like that, or Texas, or fucking Alabama, or something, like. I would be fucked there. I would literally have probably already killed myself if I were have been raised in any of those states. Like, if I were born in Tennessee, where legally you can't change any birth certificate or government identification or documents if you're transgender, like, I would have actually killed myself. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's wild. Considering that people, like, just live under such shitty conditions in the richest country in the history of the fucking planet. The history of human civilization, there's more wealth concentrating in, like, in this country and in like the inhabitants total cumulatively than fucking, like, anywhere else. And it's just like ever, and it's ever, and yet there are still people impoverished, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm holding on. I'm trying my best.
+1. +1. I'm gonna add a 1.
This is the aforementioned indica, by the way, that I mentioned before. The one that really fucked me up the last time I had it. So I'm feeling really good right now. So yeah, I want to talk about my experience walking to the store today. My nearest grocery store is about a 40-minute walk. And I hadn't eaten in 2 days. So, I was like very low energy. And the week, like this week, I haven't eaten well at all. And that's really why I haven't been streaming. It's just because I haven't been feeling really well. Both mentally and physically. But, either way, I didn't realize how much I could feel nauseous just from lack of eating. I haven't experienced that in a while. Like, I've gone a week without eating anything before. But, like, that's just, like, sitting in bed, you know what I mean? And it's just, like, not exerting myself. But, like, walking, like, 40 minutes up hills, you know, in, like, the summertime, I had no idea that that would affect me to such a degree. That was pretty wild. I mean, it's not shocking, of course, but the experience versus, like, the theoretical is interesting. My preference changes. It used to be indica, and then recently I've been on the sativa. And that's why it's been a while. So, my tolerance is kind of much lower for indica. Tyler, I ate today. I went shopping. I've got food. But thank you. I'm on a ketogenic diet now. I like hybrids though. Hybrids are fine anytime. Indica, I feel like, puts me in a certain specific headspace, whereas sativa more flexible with my headspace, if that makes sense. Well, I'm trying to be healthy, Tyler. Doing my best. I mean, my thing with not eating for 2 days was I also wanted to not eat for a day to kind of like front. I drink a fuckload of water. You don't need to worry about that. I drink so much water. I don't know what the recommended daily is, but I've got a 44-ounce bottle of water, and I drink all of it like maybe 5 or 6 times a day. So I don't know what that is compared to what I'm supposed to be drinking, but I drink a fuckload of water. But yeah. I was planning on shopping yesterday instead of today, but I didn't, so. No, I was planning on eating this morning to end the fast, but instead I just waited until like 5 p.m. I probably shouldn't have, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, again, I don't know how much that is, but I drink a literal fuckload. I mean, the thing is, it's hot, so that's a big reason for drinking so much water. I'm also high so much, and that makes me dry mouthed, so keep that in mind. Typically, I'm high like 60% of my waking hours, so that's something to account for. Close to double. So you're saying I should be drinking 400 ounces of water? I think you've misidentified something here. Like, most people in America only drink like maybe 30 ounces of water a day. I'm pretty sure your formula is not entirely accurate. Sorry, no problem, no problem. At least I got the speed boost. Half would make more sense. I mean, if that's a genuine issue, like if you have like an actual reason, medically speaking, or like addiction-wise, like, I mean, feel free just to leave, or I can just not, you know, talk about it. Either one of those. Being high really elevates my creativity. It makes me like absorb information a lot. I've been like spending all night just like super fucked up and like just reading like entire Wikipedia articles and like reading all the cited sources and stuff, and it's like really fucking fun. So that's been pretty cool. I consider myself a healthy addict. I consider myself to be doing just fine. It's just like everything is so fascinating. You know what I mean? I'm going to implement some sort of historical thing into my channel's programming soon. I want to make more history videos instead of just talking about it on live streams. More dedicated historical content. I mean, my recommendation, people that have had bad experiences with weed, my recommendation is to just try, make sure you try like different strains and different kinds. Like, and if all of it just kind of fucks you over, then like that's fair. I mean, there's nothing you can do at that point. But that would be my recommendation. Because I've definitely been high a few times where it's like, you know, not super groovy. Just because like a certain strain just isn't as good, or makes me feel weird, or something like that. Weed has saved me from killing myself. So like I started my most recent like era of weed addiction like literally when I was planning on killing myself. So as far as I disagree. I don't think the headspace really matters. For me, at least, it just makes me always feel better, no matter what. It's just varying degrees. Okay, I might be able to PB with this one. Let's see. I mean, if you mean a good headspace, as in, like, you just want it to be well, then I guess. I don't know. When I think of good headspace, I think of, like, you know, make sure you don't want to kill yourself. Like with drinking. Wanting to kill yourself and then, like, start drinking, like, that's not good. You don't want to do that. That's how most of my suicide attempts did. It's just like 7 shots in an hour, and it's like, alright, I don't care anymore. Let's just get it over with. Oops, don't do that. Definitely do not recommend alcohol. I mean, my first weed experience was really fun. It was actually with Zach, who comes by the stream often. Which I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that. I don't know if that's a problem, but oops. But yeah, so I had like a bunch of like weed-infused butter on like bagels and shit. And then like 3 hours went by and I didn't feel anything. And I was expecting, because I was told that I would feel it within an hour or two. So I was like, oh, this sucks. I'm not feeling anything. But you know how I said I've got like a really fucked up, like, you know, metabolism and digestional, like all my shit's kind of like fucked up. So I guess it just took longer. I don't know. Either way, so then I got really high, like smoking it. And then I started feeling like really epic. And then that's when the edibles kicked in. And I was flying. I was never upset or sad or anything. And I was kind of scared too. Like the smoking process like hurt my lungs and stuff, so it kind of like freaked me out. But it was just fun as fuck. And I fell into this delusional like comatose state where I was in between sleeping and not sleeping. And just having like crazy fucking like nightmarish, like in a good way, like thought processes. Like my brain was just like, it was shit. That fucking shit was wild. I swear to God. So fucking epic. I really want to try shrooms, but no realistic way of doing so at the moment. Celine, if we ever have a gamer meetup, you want to do shrooms together? Are you going to teach me?
Be my teacher! My sensei!
Just like, come on! I mean, I don't know. I cry while high all the time. Honestly, Tyler, like I said before, I had an alcohol problem last year. Because like I really wanted to kill myself and I started drinking a lot. And that's what caused me to do a lot of like really fucked up shit to myself. So like, as soon as I switched to weed, everything was so much better. Like instantly. I didn't want to drink anymore. So I just started, like, and I could drink recreationally and it was fine. Like just go to a restaurant, have like cider or something, and it's like, there's no desire, there's no like addiction feeling. And prior to that, I was feeling quite addicted. So I mean, it really is crazy how good it can be for that. I would try to look into it. Like, cause I think you're from a state where it's illegal, right? I don't know like about medicinally, but I would just try to get on that shit as soon as possible. Literally life-saving. You have tons? Yo, epic. I'm about to come over. If I had the money, I would literally fly to your house just to like do a bunch of drugs. That sounds epic. I love, like, going to see strangers and then, like, having them feed me potentially deadly substances. Literally, I can't imagine not being able to just carry a fucking, like, vapor pen in my purse. Literally 24/7. Like, I didn't to jury duty, and that was really weird. That was the first time, literally ever, that I left my fucking vapor pen at home. Ever. Because I was like, obviously, like, I can't bring this here. It's a government building, so duh. But it was like, it was really weird. I mean, it's fine, it was just strange. Like, on the walk home, it was just like, God, I really wish I could just get high right now. I can't believe I have to wait until a bus. My problem, I don't want to spoil it. I still have to upload the vlog. I'm too lazy to edit. I'll probably upload it tonight, like 1 AM or something. In a bit. Yo, like for real, Icky. Like for real. Like it's a genuine concern. Legit though, legit, you can mail it if you're comfortable with that. It's really easy. I'm not gonna incriminate myself, but it's really easy. You can just mail it to wherever you're gonna stay, and then just pick it up there. If you ship something with Priority Express shipping, like say like a USPS flat rate express box, chances of them checking the mail are like 0.00001%. Again, I'm not going to incriminate myself. I'm just saying it's really easy. Maybe it'd be different if it's like flying to like somewhere else, like Hawaii or something. Like I don't know about that, but I get the chances of them ever. It's just ridiculously low. I have not tried Kratom. I was really interested in it, and I was going to try it, but then I just got weed instead. Oh, I beat the game? Oh dang, I didn't PB? Wait, I know all about Kratom. All about, meaning I've researched it before. My big fear with Kratom, my biggest hesitation, was that it theoretically could get you addicted to opioids. Theoretically. Or at least like, I don't know, like if you did it a lot. So that was my only hesitation. And because I don't really ever want to fuck around with that shit. Because then that's gonna kill me. Not a bad time? Yeah, that's alright. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I'm probably gonna upload some videos over the course of the evening. And then over the course of tomorrow, some stuff that I've been sitting on. And I'm gonna do double dip tomorrow at some point in time. But yeah, we can move this discussion to Discord if you all like. And I will see you later.